Hello everyone, my name is Pranajaya Dibyacita. I am a computer science student from Udayana University. In this video, I am going to walk you through the project I created for the Polkadot Developer Bootcamp. In this project, I built a modern interface for interacting with Substrate-based blockchain, from setting up a local development environment to deploying a fully functional application on Netlify. Okay, let's dive right in. First thing first, I need a solid foundation to build upon. I choose to fork the Mandala Chain Substrate-based templates repository, as it provides an excellent starting point for Substrate application development. And I need to fork this repository and clone this repository. After cloning the repository, we need to install all dependencies using npm on yard. And this installation process will take a few minutes, as it pulls in all necessary dependencies, including the Polkadot.js API via TypeScript and Tailwind CSS. Once the installation complete, we are ready to move on to the next step. For local blockchain development, I follow the official Polkadot documentation on spawn a basic chain with Zombienet, and this approach provide a lightweight configurable environment right on my local machine. First, I download and install Zombienet along with the required binaries using this command. After downloading, I move the binary to a directory in my path so Zombienet could easily find them. With this command, with the binaries in place, I need to define the network configuration. So I create a file called network.toml with the following content. Here is my network.toml file. This configuration sets up a basic network with a relay chain having two validator nodes, which is Alice and Bob, and a parachain with ID 100 and one collector node. Now for the exciting part is spawning the network. Open a terminal and type this command. And running this command will launch our nodes and display WebSocket URL that we will use to connect our application to the blockchain. We will see output like this. Okay, this is successfully launched, and click the first one is Alice, the link page.js, and we successfully open the Substrate portal. Let's take note of that WebSocket URL, in this case, in this link. Copy it, because we will need it to connect our application. Before running the UI, let me explain the core API service I built to handle connection to any substrate-based blockchain. This service is the foundation of our application functionality. The core API service, which is the API.ts file, is designed to be highly configurable and making it capable of connecting to both local Zombienet instance and public network. The key innovation here is handling dynamic Zombienet port. Since Zombienet assign different WebSocket port, this time it's start. Here I was implemented a flexible approach that allows users to easily switch between endpoints through the UI. The API service also provides methods for initializing and managing API connection, disconnecting from nodes, testing connection status, changing endpoint dynamically. Also, the service is work in a real context with the API context this file. that makes the API instant and connecting status available throughout the application. Now that our local blockchain is running and we understand the core API service, let's start our UI application. In a new terminal window, navigate to the project directory and run by typing this command. The command start a default server and automatically open the application on our default browser. When the application loads, you will see a clean modern interface with a hero section and 3 main feature card. Let me walk through each part of the UI. At the top of the home page, you will see a network connection status indicator showing whether you are connected to your blockchain. Initially, it will show or disconnected since we haven't configured our endpoint yet. Below that, you will see a network selector that I create, which is crucial for our workflow, and this selector allows you to first is choose the predefined network like Polkadot, Kusama, or Western, and second one is enter custom endpoint to your local Zombienet. And let's connect to our local Zombienet by choosing the local node and copy this port on Substrate portal. Copy on this, paste on this API.js file on local node, and you will see the status will directly change. Okay, it successfully connected, and you will see the status change to connected successfully with a green indicator. Below the network selector, you will find 3 feature cards. Change state is for exploring blockchain storage, extrinsic for submitting transaction, and transfer for sending token between accounts. Okay, let's click on the change state card to explore the change state page. This interface lets you to query on chain storage, and the page is organized into clean card-based layout with drop-down menu for selecting the storage module like system, balance, or etc. The storage method, the specific data you want to query, and the last one is input file for any requirement parameter. For example, let's query the account balance of a list. Select system. And select account from the method dropdown. Enter a list address and you can get an account. Copy this address, paste on this, and click query. The result will appear below, showing a list account detail including her free and reserved balance. The change state component is powered by custom hook called use change state file here that handle the loading of available module and methods as well as executing the queries. And these hooks abstract away the complexity of interacting with Polkadot.js API that make the UI code clean and maintainable. Now let's navigate to extensive page by clicking on the navigation link. Before we can submit transaction, we need to connect our wallet. Let's click on Connect Wallet to connect the Polkadot.js browser extension or SubWallet. If you have either extension installed, it will prompt you to authorize the connection and select which account to expose to the application. The wallet integration is handled by this file on the wallet.js and on this code. Once connected, we can submit a transaction. We choose this wallet and select account from the drop-down. Choose a balance. Or before that, we need to send our account or send a unit to this account. Click send. Transaction is 100,000. Okay, it successfully transferred, but on this wallet account, just choose this. Okay, for the next step is select the transfer from the method dropdown. Use the address we need to transfer. Choose this address. Select true and submit extrinsic. And type the password for the wallet. Okay, we need to authorize the wallet and see the transaction status. Okay, successfully, and this is successfully finalized in block this. Finally, let's look at the transfer page, which provide a simplified interface specifically for token transfer. Let's click the connect wallet, and you will see the page include a wallet sector for choosing your account, an input field for the shipping address, an amount field with convenient percentage button, and a clear submission button. The transfer page is designed to be more user-friendly for common token transfer without the complexity of the full extensive page. One nice feature I implement is the ability to calculate percentage of your available balance. Okay, let's try. We need to choose this account from account balance. Let's see balance. We need to transfer from this account to this account. Copy the address. Let's choose the 25% and click the send token. And it will be asked for password. Okay, transaction is loading. Okay, transaction is successfully and finalized in this block. And let's see the new balance on this account. Okay, taking the project to the next level, I deployed the application to Netlify for anyone to access. Here how I approach it. First, I create ANV development for local development and ANV production for the deployed version. Since deployed application can connect to a local Zombienet due to browser security restriction, I configure it to connect to the West End testnet by default. And I add a Netlify.toml to configure and ensure proper environment variable and routing. With everything configured, I push the code in GitHub and connect it to Netlify. And you can explore the live application at this site. We can choose the public node. successfully connect wallet, we can connect. Okay, everything is functionally. And to summarize what I accomplished, that I was create a complete interface for Substrate project interaction, and I was implement a flexible network connection system that work with dynamic Zombienet port, integrate wallet extension, that is Polkadot.js and SubWallet, for secure transaction signing, and build intuitive interface for transit exploration and extrinsic submission. And the last one is deployed a production ready application on Netlify. And this project demonstrates how modern web technologies can make blockchain interaction accessible and user-friendly while still maintaining the power and flexibility needed for serious development. Okay, that's all I can explain. I hope this walkthrough has been informative and inspiring. Feel free to check out the repository and try the live demo and reach out with any question. And thank you for watching my video.